Hey guys, here are 4 stretches you can use to last longer in bed. These stretches help you directly target the muscles connected to your pelvic floor, which is connected to your penis, and it also helps you practice lengthening and slowing down your breathing, which is probably the most important part here when it comes to lasting longer in bed. Do your best and follow along. You don't need any flexibility or yoga experience. First stretch we're going to do is a modified lunge position or a warrior one. So you're going to have your right leg forward, take a big step back with your left foot, point that out at 45 degrees, square your hips toward the front, keep this back leg straight, bend into your front knee, and push your back hip toward your front knee. Now you should notice stretching through your inner thigh. Again, the focus of these stretches is to release tension in the muscles connected to your pelvic floor. So if you can visualize your pelvic floor here, kind of that muscle underneath the base of your spine where you would sit on a bicycle seat. If you can build some awareness there as you're in this exercise, right? So just kind of practice body awareness. You should be able to feel that. And then take a big breath in to your lower abdominal or your pelvic floor area. Feel that expand. And then as you exhale, release. Go deeper into the stretch. Try to release some tension there. You can bring the arms up as well if you want to do the full warrior one, or modify if you have tight shoulders by bringing your elbows down to shoulder level. Slow down your breathing. That's the other part of this. And for these poses and a lot of yoga in general, we'll want to hold them for at least 60 seconds. And you can also work on holding those postures for a longer time. Notice how as I exhale, as I hold the posture longer, I'm able to work deeper into it. And you should kind of feel tension releasing through your inner thigh, or that stretch deepening as you hold the posture longer and longer. Give this one more breath. And then go ahead and release. Okay, switch sides. So now left leg forward and right leg back. And if you're new to this, this is kind of a lot to take in, right? You're working on the proper technique. You're working on the body awareness. You're also trying to slow down your breathing. So just be aware that there is a learning curve. It does take some time, right, to be able to develop these skills. The good news is that it doesn't take that long to notice results. If you can do this for just a couple of weeks, you should notice that your breathing becomes more relaxed and that you're able to last longer in bed. Again, we want to start with this back leg straight. Push your back hip toward your front knee. Feel the stretch through your inner right thigh now. And also try to build some awareness in your pelvic floor. That's the area between your testicles and your butthole, right? So that's where we're trying to target. Slow, controlled inhale. Slow, controlled exhale. And again, it's hard to put this all together. Working on the proper technique. We're working on that body awareness. And we're also working on slowing down the breathing. There's a lot that goes into lasting longer in bed. Part of it is physical, right? In the sense that there is tension in those muscles that's causing you to go too soon. And it's also mental, because if you're overly stressed, that can also cause premature ejaculation. So we're kind of working on all of that with this slow, controlled breathing and the stretching of the muscles connected to the pelvic floor. One more breath here. And go ahead and release. From here, we're going to go into a side angle pose, modified side angle. So this is also another lunge variation. Start with both feet facing the long edge of the mat. We're going to start with the right leg. Turn your right foot to face the top of the mat. Sink into your right leg, knee over the ankle in the front foot, hips face out to the side, back leg is straight. From here, you're going to bring your right elbow inside your right knee. If you can bring your finger to the ground. That takes a lot of flexibility though, so having a block or a foam roller can help. And if you don't have the block, you can also rest your right forearm on your thigh like this. From here, we're going to roll back the top shoulder, and we're going to sink into this stretch so that you start to feel that stretching through, once again, through the inner thigh, through the groin. That's what we're targeting here. If you want to extend your arm up, you can, or if it feels more relaxed, you can keep your hand on the hip. Slow down your breathing. And that can be hard because this is a bit more intense than that last pose. But remember, focusing on relaxing your breathing is what's going to help. So even if it feels kind of counterintuitive to slow down your breathing while the intensity is going up, that's exactly what's going to help you. Remembering to slow down, remembering to breathe. Take a couple more breaths here. See if you can release some tension in the inner thigh. Go a little deeper into the stretch. One more breath. And then slowly release. Hey guys, hope these stretches are making sense so far. Wanted to say the best way to get results is by following a program. I do have a free 7-day sexual wellness challenge that you can check out. Link is in the description. Be sure to sign up for that when the video is finished. Now going to the other side. Right foot faces the edge of the mat. Left foot faces the top or the bottom of the mat. Bend into your left knee. Knee goes over the ankle and the front foot. Hips stay squared out to the side. If this is difficult, you can bring your feet closer together. That will help you modify for less flexibility. It also helps to bring this back foot a little bit closer to the top edge of the mat. From here, if you have a block can go inside your left foot. If you don't have a block, you can use a stack of books, a foam roller, a water bottle, or just place your left elbow, the left forearm on the left thigh. From here, we're going to use our body weight to sink into this. Roll back your right shoulder. Extend your right arm up and breathe in and out of the nose. Remember, this can be intense, right? It is challenging to hold up our body weight in this lunge position. So that's what we really want to remember, to try and slow down your breathing. Big breath in, big breath out. Also focusing on building awareness through the inner thighs, through this whole pelvic floor area, right? Pelvic floor area being that muscle that would touch a bike seat when you sit on it. For me, it helps to visualize expanding into your whole pelvis, right? So as you inhale, you expand into your lower back, you expand into your lower abdominal area, you expand into your hips. And then as you exhale, see if you can let the tension go deeper into the stretch. Take 2 more breaths here. Once again, as it gets challenging, relax the breathing. You're almost done. All right. And then slowly come out of that. From here, we're going to go into a supported airplane. So this is going to be stretching your hamstrings, which are connected to that whole area. So we're going to go right leg forward, left leg back here. Start with your hips squared toward the front. If you have a block, once again, that's helpful, but you could also use a coffee table. You could use a foam roller, anything that's going to bring the ground up a little bit. And then from this lunge position, you're going to lean forward, hold on to something to help with balance, and then lift up your back leg, press down through your right foot, pull the chest forward and up, and breathe in and out of the nose. Keep your chin tucked in toward your throat, looking straight down. And I want you to shift your body awareness to, you guessed it, this pelvic floor area, right? So that area right by your balls. Slowly breathing in and out of the nose. Try to relax your shoulders as well. Remember, we're trying to stretch the muscles in your hips as well as slow down your breathing. Balancing can be difficult, so if it feels intense, that's normal. But we're going to try and relax anyways. Take a couple more breaths here. Also, just want to remind you that premature ejaculation is very normal. Most guys over the age of 30 have had some experience with premature ejaculation, myself included. So hey, it's normal, it's okay. All right, go ahead and come out of that. And now we're going to switch sides. Left leg forward, right leg back. Once again, if you have the block, shift to the other side. Use a foam roller or a stack of books. That can serve the same purpose. So starting in the lunge position, square your hips forward. Again, helpful even in this position before we get started with the pose to build that awareness through the pelvic floor, through the pelvic area. And then lean forward, right hand to the block, foam roller, whatever you have. Lift up the back leg, point your toes back, press down through your left leg until you feel that stretch through the hamstrings. And then once again, breathe into your pelvic area. See if you can use your inhale to expand through your lower abdominal area, through your hips, through your lower back. And then as you exhale, see if you can let some of that tension go. The block here is really nice because it allows us to be a bit more relaxed. Keep in mind, if you're really tight through your hamstrings, which is also very normal for men, right? Especially if you sit, then we can stack 2 blocks here, make this a little bit easier on you. Chin stays in toward the throat. And even as this gets more challenging, we're going to continue to breathe in and out of the nose. One of the added benefits of working on all this stuff is that your lower back pain feels better too. So if you're like most guys and have lower back pain, we're also working on this at the same time. Give this one more breath. Relax the shoulders, relax your body. All right, and then come out of that. From here, we're going to go into our final pose. This is called a child's pose. It's a very common pose in yoga, but it's really good for releasing tension through the pelvic floor. And you'll feel this. This is pretty direct. So we're going to bring the knees wide, bring your big toes together, lean your butt back toward the heels. If that's uncomfortable for the knees, just lean forward a little bit. So bring your hips not quite as far back. And then depending on what you want to do with your shoulders here or your arms, you can plant your forearms like this and make this all about the hips and the pelvic floor, or you can bring your arms to the top corners of the mat and make this a little bit of a shoulder stretch as well. Slow down your breathing. This is a much more relaxed position than the other poses that we've done. But I think it's important to work on practicing relaxation in more intense or more tense situations like the poses we just did. Because when you're hot and heavy, it's going to feel tense. So it's good practice. Try to relax your face, relax your shoulders. Slow down your breathing. And what's cool about slowing down your breathing and practicing that on the mat is that it translates off the mat and into the sheets, as well as the rest of your life too. So the more that you practice these types of poses, the more that you practice your breathing, the more able you are to take that into other areas of your life. So as we're here, think about breathing into your pelvic floor area, breathing into that lower abdominal area, the hips, your inner thighs, even your glutes. And then as you exhale, think about just releasing tension there or kind of deepening that stretch in the hips and inner thighs. We're going to do 3 more breaths here. Pay attention to if you're holding tension in your shoulders and your neck. Most guys tend to hold a lot of tension there because anger is a very accepted emotion with men, and that's where anger gets stored with men. So try to release that tension there, and that's going to flow downstream to your hips. 1 more breath for good measure. All right, that's that. Try to do these consistently. Remember, if you just do it once, it's probably not going to help out that much. So if you can do these about 3 times per week, and again, just a few minutes, 10 minutes is going to be helpful. Just make sure that you're releasing that tension through the hips, focusing on the pelvic floor area, focusing on the lower abs, the lower back, and that you're also lengthening the breathing. If you just do these poses but don't focus on that, it's not going to help as much as you want to. So check out the other workouts from this series. We do have a whole sexual wellness series as well. If you want to check out some of the other videos I've done on lengthening, staying longer in bed, check out right here. Thanks guys for watching. I'll see you on the next video.